All right, you guys ready for another scouting report? Hot in my hands from Multiman Publishing. ASL Journal, issue number 13. I think 5 years after issue 12. It's finally in my hands. There's the cover art. And the back, we have a nice ad for Semir Aglaze. Can't wait for this one. We're going to jump into the campaign game one of the campaign games pretty quickly in this one. Let me open this up. It's very noisy. And we'll tear into it. Okay, here we go. I love the smell of fresh ink in the morning or afternoon here. I'm not going to go through the actual, like every page of it. I'm just going to go through the table of contents. We have the umpire's view, Hatton in Flames, campaign game 1 impressions, not so free parking, evaluating H hold down positions. Advanced Nuggets 2, more rules I had wrong. That would be an interesting read. I can probably relate to many of those. What a slow, dull trip it's been. Board 77 Unleashed. And I'll show, we've been waiting for Board 77 for a long time, and I'll show that here in a little bit. This includes Board 77. Radio Contact Essentials. Tap Tap. Is this thing on? Second Impressions. Inside OBA Draw Piles. Alternative OBA Systems. Drop Zone Semir Aglaze preview. We should be. I hope we see that soon. People are saying well, we might see that. We might see this by Winter Offensive, which I think is next month. I would be shocked, but happy if we saw that. We'll see. Forgotten War Designer's Notes. A Tale of Two Scenarios. Premier per Teram. I probably pronounced that wrong. I'm very bad at pronunciation. And Debriefing. The total page count is 52, including the back cover. And once again, the ASL scenarios are not included in the actual print. They are on separate cardstock, which is great. So that's the contents of the actual magazine. Let's pop up the real quick. There's a overlay replacement X20. I think there was an error. I'm not sure what the error was in the overlay pack. I did not order the overlay pack because I have enough overlays to choke a horse. So apparently there was some sort of error. So they include that in Journal 13. Boring packing list. Board 77. And Board 77 is kind of a wild one. Probably getting a little glare up here. Grain up and over the top of these, 3-level hills here with kind of a valley in between with some buildings and crags. Yeah, it's pretty wild looking board with all that grain. So there you have board 77. Hopefully it'll be used in some scenarios soon. I wonder if there are any in the scenarios included, if there are any scenarios that use it. Let's check. There are 33 scenarios. Oh yeah, this has the pocket. Let's jump to the pocket. Those are the ones that interest me. The pocket scenarios. Oh, these are cool. I'm trying to get my orientation here. PK1. Okay. So the concept of pocket. What are they called? Pocket scenarios. PK1 through PK4 is you play the entire scenario on the scenario sheet, and the map is on the scenario sheet. I mean, it's kind of a brilliant idea. These are pretty small scenarios, and these are standard boards. They've been cropped down and put on the scenario sheet, and I don't know if they've been modified. I would have to pull up the actual boards they're from to see if they've tweaked update a little bit. I don't think so. I think it's just a section from existing boards, and it's got the scenario on it. Great idea. I'm surprised it took 40 years for someone to come up with this idea. So we've got down number 2 road, Japanese, US. PK2 Reckless Road, landing strip. Romania, Romanians and Germans. Then PK, is this PK3? Oh, yeah. This might be a little custom. I can't remember what board would have this railroad, or maybe it's an overlay that they included on an existing board. I'm not sure. This is, boy, got things going all kinds of different directions. Looks like German versus British US in Holland. 4.5 turns. And Forest Brothers got Partisan versus Russian in Lithuania. Again, I don't have a good enough memory to remember which boards these might have come off, but this is a brilliant idea. I love it. Looks like all the scenarios are on here are between 4.5 and 5.5 turns. Small orders of battle played on a nice little section. Very cool. I love it. Let's go through these other scenarios very quickly. I want to see if board 77 is used on any of these. Real War, Japanese, Chinese. Such Faith, Albanian, Italian. Blood Against the Pines. Russian Finns. There's board 77 here. Death on the French Coast, French, German. Valley of Glory, German, Russian with board 77. Another board 77. Too Rapid in Advance, Russian, German. One Story Town, Russian, Finns. Careless at Bekri, Japanese Commonwealth. Down by the River. Sorry, Saturday Night Live just popped into my head. Russian, German. Van Down by the River. Death at the Cement Plant, German, Russian. Raff's Army, American, Italian. Goats to Lure the Tiger, Free French versus Axis. Collect Call Deluxe scenario, German Partisan in Yugoslavia. Unhorsed, German American. Panzer Pioneer, German American. Corking the Shamboy Bottle, Allied. Looks like Polish American versus German. Moment of Truth, board 5A. Slovakian, German. Breakthrough in the Arctic in Norway. 3A, board 3A, 6B, German, Russian. Shoulder to Shoulder, German, American. Fluid Situation, Russian, German. Raff's Orders. Wasn't there another one just called Raff's something in here as well? German, American. Expendable Allies. German, Poles. First action at Jinju. Korean War. South Korean versus Communist guerrillas. I think the rest of these are Korean War. Deadly Battery. I've not played anything from Forgotten War yet. A promotion fight. Back in the Saddle. Again, these are all Korean War, Forgotten War. Battle of the Barricades. Hill 1277. And lastly, Den Uden Holds the Line. UN and Communist Chinese. Yeah. That is it. That's it for Journal 13. I think the coolest part for me is the pocket scenarios and board 77. Clearly haven't read the articles. I just opened it. Some of them look interesting, and I'll dig into those. But that's it for Journal 13. I hope you guys enjoy it. If anyone plays these before I get a chance, come back and post a comment in the video. That would be awesome. Until then, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.